So now we're in Lower Laxey, and right now the damming situation that's been caused by the trees is being addressed. So all the water that was coming down the roadway is now being pushed back into the river. But as you can see, the trees have really caused a major problem there to the flow. Andrew's with us from the Isle of Man Constabulary. You've been down here and you live locally, I understand.
I do. I live in the police house just down the road. So this morning when I got up for work and I saw what was going on, my uniform was put on, I came straight out to try and help as many people as I could.
Describe what it was like originally then.
Originally it wasn't as bad as this. It was just like a low river running down the road, but I knew it was coming from up the top there because we had a breach in the wall through works that were being done in the river. So, but as the morning grew, the river started to get a little bit higher. Then we saw a number of trees, I think about 4 or 5 trees, come down and obviously dam the river, and that was when obviously we had the overflow and the breaches, further breaches.
And of course, some people got trapped in the houses. A helicopter got called.
Yeah, we obviously we had people that were trapped between here and down by the football pitch. So we gave advice to people to move upstairs if they could, stay out of the way. We called out Manx Utilities to make sure that electricity was switched off. And unfortunately we did have a few people that were in bungalows, elderly people that needed some help and assistance. So I believe that the helicopters were called to help for that as well.
And no casualties, everyone all right?
Not that I know of at the minute, but I've been on the ground. I've not been in the control, so but as I understand it, everybody's safe and well. A little bit wet maybe.
Thank you, Andrew. But also while we're here, we've seen some of the houses that have been affected, and we caught up with this gentleman, Mark Young, who took us inside to show us around.
Just went and got some sandbags because it was raining, and then all of a sudden the wall went, and that was it. All out, let loose, and water everywhere, at least 4 or 5 foot.
This has happened before or not?
It has happened before, but not down this end of the road. It's normally the other end, where the new bridge was built. And this end, it's the first time we've ever had water in here.
I believe you couldn't come at a worse time because you're actually trying to sell the house at the moment.
Well, we had a viewing tonight at 5:30, and we put it on the market a while ago, and we just spent £40,000 on it to do it up. And we thought we'd sell it because it's too big, and all this happens. It's devastating.
Any idea how much damage has been done? Because it's just a few inches in here, was it?
Yeah, well, it's going to be, in my eyes, like I'm a plasterer, so I know a certain amount of stuff. It looks like a new kitchen, all new floor and joists, 3-piece, everything. Well, we're gutted, absolute gutted.
Well, that's the scene here. Now, a bit earlier, we've been down to the Lower Laxey Bridge. Of course, this is the one that got swept away 4 years ago, with that shot of the bus that got stuck on it. Now, people are talking there quite angrily about the situation, and we had a chance to talk to one of the residents who live nearby.
So we've seen some really horrific scenes down here this morning. The water has been horrendous, the amount of water coming down the road, the amount of water coming down the river. My own house is flooded out. We've got about 3.5 feet of water out the back of the garden, and we've seen about 2 feet of water through the house, and unfortunately I can't get anyone to come and pump it out.
How much damage do you think it's been?
Well, the last time this happened, which was only 2015, we had even worse flooding, because since then we've put £30,000 worth of flood defences in. So this time it may be probably, 100, 120,000. Last time it was close to 250.
Do you think the government's done enough here with all this work they've done?
I think there's probably more that we can do. I think there's more that the local commissioners can do. I think there's more that can be done to make the area more safe.
So, as you can see, I don't know if the insurance is going to pay out for all these people or not. That's probably a bit further down the route. The main thing is now most of the water is contained back into the river, but we're still just an hour or so away from high tide. And as you can see, the shots there, it's quite close to the top of this brand new bridge that's not that old. And people are told, I think, that this should never happen again anyway. So quite a few questions probably be asked after the event. Certainly we heard from the MHK for Gulf earlier, Martin Perkins, who thinks that questions have to be asked on what's going on here. But as probably no one can predict, you've got full-size trees, I think there were 4 in the end that came down that river, causing this blockage. It's been quite a difficult operation, but it seems to be now in hand, and hopefully, as the day goes on, the water levels will recede.